Hi St. Hubert's, it's Lydia Shields, your current Associate Director of Discipleship for Youth Ministry. It's with great joy that I share with you the news that I will actually be leaving my position here to join the Handmaids of this part of Jesus. Actually just over in Hopkins, which I'll mention in a second. It's really special for me to share this considering I actually grew up at St. Hubert and then had a conversion of college and now am working here with the youth. So a little bit of my story. A lot of you have heard from my testimony. It wasn't until a Focus conference, so Fellowship of Catholic University Students conference in 2017, spring of my freshman year, that I actually encountered Jesus in the Eucharist and adoration and actually heard from the first time him calling me to be in relationship with him and to live life with him at the center of it. Had that experience, got involved with Totus Tuus, doing missionary work in the summers, and then brought me to sophomore year when I studied abroad in Ireland. It was there that I actually developed an intimate prayer life with the Lord, kind of being separated from everything else, realized that Jesus could totally satisfy me and every desire of my heart. And to my surprise, he's actually inviting me to do just that, to have him be my everything and to leave everything else behind. So when I came back to Duluth, University of Minnesota Duluth, where I was studying, I met some religious sisters who had moved into the area. So the Handmaids of the Heart of Jesus had just established a convent in Duluth, and they would come to our Newman Center events where I was growing in community with other people through Focus and the Newman Center, and got to know them and got to know their way of life. I wasn't specifically looking at their community or their charism, what kind of work or gifts they have within the church as religious, but just got to grow with them in relationship and friendship. So later on in college, as I was nearing graduation, I knew that this was still on my heart, that Jesus was still calling me to at least consider religious life. And so I started going on visits to different convents and ended up going on a visit with the Handmaids themselves and really just fell in love with who they are as a community. I wanted to apply. I wanted to be in their community and live out my call, my vocation with them as my sisters. So the plan was to join them right after graduating college. Jesus had other plans. He told me a strong not yet, to my dismay. But I actually had the best year ever following working here at St. Hubert. And there's just been many graces and amazing relationships that I've built with all of you here. So it's really bittersweet to leave, but very sweet because Jesus is calling me to be his bride. The Handmaids have now accepted me officially to enter with them next month. So August 28th, I will be moving into their new convent in Hopkins to live out my first year in the community there. So a little bit about the Handmaids, first of all. They're a local community, so their mother house is in New Ulm. They have a convent in Duluth, obviously mentioned, and now their newly renovated one, which some of you may have worked on, so thanks in advance for putting doors in my bedroom. Their main charism has 4 parts to it. So they're Marian. They live in imitation of the Blessed Mother, so serving the local church as spiritual mothers within the diocese. So Marian, they're diocesan. You're going to see them around. You're going to see me around, which is so good, especially those who maybe go to Chesterton. Some of the youth I will see there, maybe daily. Evangelistic, they share Jesus. I already do that now, so it's really beautiful that I can have a life doing it. And then Eucharistic. So that thread throughout my entire story has been Jesus' presence in the Eucharist, and that's actually what I get to experience in my daily schedule as a handmaid. We have 2 holy hours in adoration and daily mass. So it's going to be really beautiful to have my life centered around prayer, especially in that way. So that's a few things about the Handmaids, but there's probably a lot more questions that you have about the Handmaids, about my story, about religious life, about the transition that's happening at St. Hubert here. So to kind of put you at ease with that, the weekend of August 7th and 8th, I will be on the narthex. I'll have some kind of information about the Handmaids out there, and then I will just be there to talk to you all, to say goodbye to some of you, because it might be a little bit until I see you again, but also to answer any questions you may have and to celebrate with you, because what a joy, what a grace this is to have this happen to one of our parishioners. My last event for youth ministry to be present at will be our halftime on August 11th, which we are going to have a vocations party because I will literally have any excuse to throw a party. So it'll be the last event that youth and the families associated with youth ministries can see me at. Know that I'm so thankful for the ways that you all have prepared me for this vocation in your service to me and your loving me, and also allowing me to serve you in this past year. Know that I will be praying for you. I will have lots of time to in the future, but please also pray for me during this time of transition. Thank you.